We are taking you into the news right now with the Fox 45 news feed. It's 11 a.m. Stocks take a tumble this morning. Why President Biden says Americans can have confidence that U.S. banking is safe. A city administrator candidate was rejected in a 4-2 vote last Thursday, but a lot has happened since then. A closer look at what to expect from a vote today. And despite overwhelming approval from voters, Baltimore still does not have control over the city police department. What city officials are doing today to speed up that process. Fox 45 News Midday starts now.
Live from WBFF in Baltimore, this is Fox 45 News Midday.
Thanks for joining us for Fox 45 News Midday. I'm Patrice Sanders. The big story today and the new fallout it's having on Wall Street. The stock market reacting quickly this morning just after that opening bell. Stocks falling quickly as investors scrambled. Now, ahead of the trading day, the president spoke trying to calm fears. He says Americans can have confidence that U.S. banking is safe and says taxpayers will be protected from the fallout of this collapse.
No losses will be, and this is an important point, no losses will be borne by the taxpayers. Let me repeat that. No losses will be borne by the taxpayers. Instead, the money will come from the fees that banks pay into the Deposit Insurance Fund. Because of the actions that our regulators have already taken, every American should feel confident that their deposits will be there if and when they need them.
The president also saying bank managers will be fired. He's going to investigate how the banks got into this position, who's responsible, and will work to reduce the risk of this happening again.
I'm going to ask Congress and the banking regulators to strengthen the rules for banks to make it less likely this kind of bank failure would happen again, and to protect American jobs and small businesses. Look, the bottom line is this. Americans can rest assured that our banking system is safe. Your deposits are safe. Let me also assure you, we will not stop at this. We'll do whatever is needed.
We are going to continue to follow this developing story and the impact that it is having on the markets, and then we'll bring you the latest on Fox 45 News at 4 and, of course, on our website, foxbaltimore.com. Breaking this morning, there is now an arrest warrant issued for a former governor's aide. Roy McGrath's federal trial was expected to begin at 9 this morning, but he never appeared. McGrath now lives in Florida. His lawyer said that McGrath was supposed to fly into Maryland last night, but calls to him and his wife this morning have gone unanswered. The federal indictment includes 8 different counts, including wire fraud, embezzlement, and allegations of falsifying a government document. McGrath is accused of receiving a severance payment worth 1 year of his salary from his previous position. Baltimore City leaders are set to vote on Mayor Scott's pick for city administrator. The vote comes just days after a fiery committee hearing when Faith Leach's nomination was rejected by a 4-2 vote. Taylor Stewart joins us with a closer look at what we can expect today. Taylor.
Today, Mayor Brandon Scott is expected to stand by his nomination for city administrator. That is Faith Leach. Now, last week, they did not confirm that nomination in a 4-2 vote, but a lot has happened over the weekend. And at this point, there is an indication that at least one council member has changed their stance on this vote. That new confirmation hearing is set to happen today at 1 o'clock here at City Hall. And the mayor intends to get Leach confirmed. He says she is the most qualified for this job. Those who oppose the nomination say there was a lack of transparency from the mayor's office, namely Sharon Green Middleton. But council members James Torrance and Odette Ramos were the only two to back Leach initially. It led to some tense moments inside the chamber. Take a listen.
We have failed our constitutional duty to the citizens in the charter of this city. I am off and I'm tired. And I'm being frank, colleagues. While I may respect you in the sense of this chamber, you have violated the trust of this chamber and the people of Baltimore.
The president has now said to me that he and I will work with the council, with the committee, to make sure that that happens moving forward.
In a statement to Fox 45 News, Mosby's office says the council president has been in communication with Mayor Scott regarding the city administrative officer role and they're looking forward to more conversations around the confirmation of Ms. Leach. Just last night, Councilman Mark Conway tweeted this after initially voting in opposition of Leach's confirmation. He says, after conversations with community, business, and faith leaders over the weekend, I will be voting for Faith Leach to become the next CAO. I look forward to sharing my thoughts on how I plan to hold the mayor and our new CAO accountable to the citizens of Baltimore. Again, that confirmation hearing begins here at City Council at 1 o'clock. We're going to have our eyes on it and keep you updated here. That's the latest from City Hall. Taylor Stewart, Fox 45 News.
11:05. Here's a look at today's top trending stories. Trending number one, tomorrow, the Senate Judicial Proceedings Committee will hold a hearing on the Violent Firearms Offender Act. It is the same bill former Governor Larry Hogan pushed 2 years in a row. It would impose mandatory minimums for felony crimes using guns and impose stricter penalties for repeat violent offenders. A House committee held a hearing on the bill last week. The bill has passed in the Senate before, but it has never cleared the House. Fox 45 News pressed the Senate president on the future of the bill earlier this month.
So is there appetite for that bill?
I think it's in consideration, something that I support. I think we're having conversations across both chambers about what might be feasible. There's a lot more work that has to go to make sure that we have real safe communities.
Trending number two, millions of Marylanders could see a delay when it comes to getting their tax refunds. It is due to software problems at the state comptroller's office. David Williams with the Taxpayers Protection Alliance explains what is behind the issue and what it means for you. Trending number three, it is the battle of the billboards in Baltimore between Jimmy's Famous Seafood and animal rights group PETA. The organization put up this billboard just a block away from Jimmy's. Now, PETA claims the seafood industry is cruel and suggests that Jimmy's should switch to fish-free fillets and artificial crab meat. But Jimmy's owner says he has no plans to do that and that business at the restaurant hasn't slowed. Download the Fox 45 News app for up-to-the-minute traffic conditions, breaking news, and weather anytime. Just search WBFF in your app store. We are springing forward, and chances are you're probably feeling a little groggy. Still ahead this morning in Be More Lifestyle, the simple changes you can make to catch up on some sleep. A sweet treat could mean a sweet deal, at least hopefully. Ahead in the social stream, the ice cream treat that is anything but subtle when it comes to Lamar Jackson. NFL Hall of Famer Michael Irvin says he is innocent after being accused of harassing a Marriott employee. After the break, the Marriott's side of the story.
Well, our weather story, temperatures staying chilly, and we'll have a few afternoon showers here and there, but mostly cloudy skies. Very windy conditions coming in on Tuesday. That's going to be the bottom of a nor'easter that is going to be bringing a lot of wind to our area. Temperatures staying in the 40s for your afternoon. Overnight lows dropping to the 30s, and we stay in the 40s again on your Tuesday. We'll take a closer look at that storm and what we can expect later this week as well, coming up in a few.
Fox 45 News, winner of 17 2022 Regional Emmy Awards, more than all other Baltimore news stations combined.
11:10, taking a look at your social stream. A new political party has won ballot access in 3 states, aiming to offer voters another option for president in 2024. And Democrats are worried that the group will act as a spoiler to hand the presidency to Republicans. No Labels, a group that claims to give voters a non-extreme presidential option next year, has gained enough support to appear on the presidential election ballots in Colorado, Arizona, and Oregon. Critics say the group is committed to fielding a candidate that will intentionally or not provide a crucial boost to Republicans and a major obstacle to Biden, making it far more likely that Trump could return to the White House. But No Labels insists that its unity ticket would draw support equally from Republican and Democrat-leaning voters, though it is unclear who their candidate would be or what the main policy positions would include. Here's what you're saying about that. The American electoral system is corrupt and therefore unreliable. It would be a good idea to rectify that ASAP. Another person, No Labels, meaning it could be anything, and a well-regulated and informed voter voting for this is as wild as it comes. But regardless of this nothing burger, it will certainly be an even more consequential race than 2020 was. Weeks after Michael Irvin denied misconduct toward a Marriott employee, the hotel company is now coming out with their version of what happened. Marriott says Irvin was visibly intoxicated when he flagged down the woman and made small talk, which allegedly became sexually explicit. Marriott says the woman was, quote, visibly uncomfortable. Irvin, who was removed from Super Bowl coverage as a result of the allegations, maintains his innocence and has filed a $100 million lawsuit against the employee and Marriott. Reaction to this. One person saying Marriott has security cameras in all public spaces. Look at them. If he did wrong, fine. He should be punished. If this is just some woman deciding she can make money off a celebrity, she should face stiff penalties. Just look at the security tape. And apparently the judge has asked for that, and Marriott has, according to the article, said that they have not yet turned that over. Another person saying, can we stop with this? He didn't do anything, and you all know it. Ravens fans are willing to do whatever it takes to keep Lamar Jackson here in Baltimore. One Baltimore ice cream shop, the Charmery, went as far as to create a specialty flavor called Pay Lamar. It's a peanut butter and caramel flavored base ice cream with roasted peanuts and chocolate chips. Sounds delicious. The thought of keeping Lamar here also sounds good. Folks here, though, are not agreeing. One person said, tastes like regret, the kind of regret you have when you choose not to have competent people handle your business affairs. Talking about Lamar managing himself. Another one, and here I thought the main ingredient would be a childish understanding of modern sports economics, but peanut butter is great too. Going hard against Lamar there. All right, well, coming up, history is made at the Oscars. Still ahead, the movie icons that made their mark at the iconic awards show. No change when it comes to local control over the Baltimore Police Department, despite city voters overwhelmingly voting in favor of the charter amendment back in November. The plan's now in place to speed up the process. And coming up later today at noon, it's Karamo, then at 1 it's Sherry, followed by Hot Bench at 2. 11:13 now on Fox 45 News Midday. 11:15, we're back with a live look over the Inner Harbor. We're starting the work week off with chilly temperatures and rain as the next weather maker passes through the region. Coming up in about 5 minutes, meteorologist Justin Chambers breaks down your week and when the rain will taper off. Happening today, another push to get the Baltimore Police Department under the city's control faster. Shannon Lilly is in downtown Baltimore with the controversy and the hearing happening today. Shannon.
Yeah, despite overwhelming approval from voters back in November, Baltimore still does not have control over the city police department. And so that is something that leaders are digging into today. In fact, we want to pull up some information about this hearing that's happening later on this evening. The Baltimore City Council is the one holding this legislative oversight hearing. It's starting at 5:30. Now, in this hearing, they're going to go over legislation that's currently before the local control board in Annapolis regarding that transfer of control of the Baltimore Police Department from state to local control. This meeting will also be an opportunity for the community to weigh in and get an update on what's going on in the process moving forward. Voters have already been waiting for months for this transfer of control to happen. In fact, 82% of you who voted in November voted in favor of Question H, which gave the city full control over the Baltimore City Police Department. But as we know, that still has not happened yet. Well, just about 2 weeks ago, you'll remember council members gave unanimous approval to a resolution calling on the state to transfer control sooner rather than later.
And we want to make sure that happens in June of 2023, not December 2023 and not 2024. Again, the voters have spoken. We need to make that happen in June.
Local control of BPD is about racial justice, about police accountability, and it's about representative democracy.
And this is something that the mayor has long promised to make happen, but at a hearing last month, he angered activists when he announced it could be late this year before that control is finally implemented. And we're learning it could be even longer than that. Right now, there are 2 bills in Annapolis regarding this transfer of control. One of those bills is calling for that transfer of control to happen by June 1st of this year. The other bill doesn't call for it to happen until October of next year. Reporting in downtown Baltimore, I'm Shannon Lilly, Fox 45 News, Midday.
You can get Fox 45 News in a flash through your Amazon Alexa or Echo. We now deliver your local headlines and forecasts in less than 2 minutes. If you have an Amazon device, tell it to enable Fox 45 Baltimore. 11:17 and now to today's talking point. It was a big night in Hollywood as its celebration of the past year of movies all led up to the 95th Academy Awards. Living up to many of the predictions, Everything, Everywhere, All at Once took home 7 Academy Awards, including Best Picture and Best Director. Filmmaker Guillermo del Toro is the first person to win Best Picture, Best Director, and Best Animated Feature at the Oscars. That was another highlight, Jamie Lee Curtis there. Other highlights of the night included Lady Gaga's moving performance of Hold My Hand from Top Gun Maverick, and Rihanna, who also topped the night off with a powerful performance of Lift Me Up from Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. Mark Clark with B1 Lifestyle is here now. Now, Rihanna performed. She did not win the Oscar for the song in Black Panther. That did not win, and neither did who I thought looked absolutely gorgeous last night, Angela Bassett. I really wanted to see her win over Jamie Lee Curtis.
She looked great. Well, but Jamie Lee Curtis, you know how it goes. This wasn't her first Oscar.
I think so.
So that happens. That happens. And
she's had a long career, so she deserved to be recognized.
Yeah,
but my heart was with Angela.
Well, I was so proud of. Was it Ruth Carter who got it for costume?
For costumes, yes.
And she's actually been racking up and been honored for.
I think this is her second one. Well, her second Oscar.
Yeah, she was nominated. She's been nominated quite a few times, but it was a good show. It felt like it was kind of back about the awards and not the stuff going around the awards, you know what I mean?
Although that was mentioned, they did bring it up. I guess maybe you couldn't not bring it up.
That's definitely true.
Yeah.
I love that. That color looks like you there. That looks like an Oscar outfit you have on today.
I was home nursing a sick child. I didn't even watch. Didn't even turn the Oscars on.
Okay. You super moms are amazing.
I read about it this morning. All right, Mark. Thank you. It might be brisk and chilly here at home, but it could still be a lot worse. Meteorologist Justin Chambers is showing us the snow just north in Pennsylvania in his worst weather in America. Justin, they can have it.
Well, folks to the north of us did get some snow. This is up in Duncansville, PA, near Altoona, and this is what they woke up to. So, yes, we are still in winter, at least for another week, as the spring equinox happens next Monday. How about that? Well, we've got temperatures that are going to be kind of more winter-like, definitely staying chilly for the next couple of days, and even a few afternoon showers for us on your Monday, but very windy conditions on Tuesday. So check your hour-by-hour forecast. Notice those numbers staying mainly in the 40s for the next couple of hours, with, again, a few spotty showers. Typically 53 is where we are for this time of year. Notice most of us will be in those low to mid-40s across central Maryland as we take you outside. And you can see those numbers here up and down the 95 corridor, not too much better. 47 in D.C., mid-40s for New York and Philly, 46 down the ocean there at Ocean City. So checking our temperature tracker here, we get to 51 on Wednesday and finally above average numbers into both Thursday, Friday, and even into Saturday as well. So we do have some improving conditions later this week. But what we've got to track here is our future scan. Just a couple of showers around late on Monday afternoon into the evening time. Overall, that nor'easter, that's heading up to the north on Tuesday. That's going to bring a lot of wind and snow to that part of the country. We are going to see the wind pick up on the sort of southern edge of that low for Tuesday afternoon. Let me show you some of the wind speeds we're talking about here. Not really much of the wind for Monday, but Tuesday will be a different story. Look at this. More than likely going to see some wind advisories. That strong westerly wind, 20, 30, and even 40 and possibly even 50-mile-an-hour gusts will be possible as that wind picks up through Tuesday afternoon into Wednesday. Wednesday, the wind does die down. We'll start off windy in the morning time, but less wind in the afternoon. As I mentioned, Thursday and Friday looking great. We do have a few showers coming in late Friday into Saturday. Overall, a bit cooler on Sunday. That's the last full day of winter. And then as we start spring next week, you'll see those numbers creep back up into the mid and upper 50s.
All right, Justin, thank you. The push for a 4-day work week is gaining steam, but why some industries are dodging the idea. And spring is just 1 week away. A popular ice cream chain is getting prepared. After the break, the popular desserts they're selling just in time for St. Patrick's Day. 11:22 now on Fox 45 News Midday. 11:25. Don't miss this. The growing push for a shortened work week is getting some pushback. A recent study that took place in the U.S. and Ireland found that 90% of companies that experimented with a 4-day work week say they will not return to working 5 days a week. Researchers say there are benefits to working fewer days, such as lower stress and burnout rates, but not everyone is on board with the idea. Some manufacturers believe it leads to lower productivity, while those in the service and restaurant industries who rely on tips worry that they would make less money. Retailers are sounding the alarm, saying shoplifting is on the rise in stores. As more people return to shopping in person, retailers say they are seeing a surge in theft and it is hurting their profits. One CEO says he believes an uptick in organized retail crime is part of the problem as well. Retailers now stepping up their security by locking up items, adding more cameras, and using facial recognition software. Dairy Queen has new treats as we head closer to spring. The ice cream chain now selling churro-dipped cones. It includes vanilla soft serve in a churro-flavored cone. It's sprinkled with more churro and cinnamon sugar. Dairy Queen also selling a mint brownie blizzard treat. That sounds delicious. And a rainbow shake, all just in time for St. Patrick's Day. Well, that's all we have for Fox 45 News Midday. Be More Lifestyle's Mark Clark is back to tell us what they're working on. Hey, Mark.
Hey, Patrice, coming up next on Be More Lifestyle, we're going to share some tips and tricks on how to not let daylight savings time get in your way of your daily routine and your sleep schedule. That's coming up on Be More Lifestyle. Next.
You're watching Fox 45 in Baltimore. Now live from TV Hill, this is Be More Lifestyle.
And what's up, Baltimore? I'm Mark Clark, and this is Be More Lifestyle live from Studio B at Fox Baltimore. Lady T is here, along with security expert Alrod Harrison in the building. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Let me tell you right now, relationship experts recently shared 7 things people typically get wrong about love languages. A few examples include gifts don't have to cost a lot of money, your partner doesn't always know what you need to hear, and physical touch is not the same as sexual intimacy.
Oh.
Okay, security expert Alrad, what's your take on this? We know you know many languages, including love languages. What's your take on this advice?
I think it's a give and take thing. Depending on the person, you need to know the person.
Got to know the person, baby.
In my line of work, a lot of the love is not real. A lot of people get set up through the thought and the fantasy of love. So you have to be more cautious these days than in days past, I believe.
Lady T, Lady T, what languages do you? I know one of the languages you speak is do, re, mi, money.
Yes, my first love language is definitely money.
Oh, man.
My second love language, no, but this is definitely true. Honestly, physical touch is more than, sexual intimacy. I love that. That's a good one too. Also, I like, when someone gives me like reassurance, like that's another thing that I like too. Like you got to talk nice to me. Plus,
talk to me nice.
You got to talk nice to me. And I really respond better to that. I'll do more for you. I might make you eggs, bacon, grits in bed if you talk nice to me, okay?
Okay, talk to her nice. Well,
all right.
Nice. Okay, look, the clock changes twice a year, but somehow we're never fully prepared for the way it affects our sleep pattern. Believe it or not, daylight saving times doesn't have to wreak havoc on your sleep routine. Luckily, you can face the time change head on, making a few simple adjustments to your routine. And here they are. Reconsider your bedtime, shift your wake-up call, readjust your routine, and avoid naps. Again, security expert Alrad, I know you have some techniques because you have to be up and ready to go. Give us some advice, man.
Don't go to sleep. I mean, at the end of the day, it's a lifestyle thing. I think everybody's lifestyle is different, so you have to basically design your habits around your lifestyle.
Okay.
I'm up 32 hours at a time sometimes, so that wouldn't apply to me in saying, okay, hey, boom, don't take a nap. I have to take a nap at some point in time.
Okay, Lady T. Now, Lady T, you have to be up early. How did you deal with today?
Yeah, so I don't personally identify daylight saving time because my body will never adjust to it. I still haven't recovered from the last daylight saving time, so I'm not on it yet. But I was at IHOP when the clocks went back anyway, so I was already ahead of the game having breakfast at 2 a.m. So
thank you, Lady T.
Sorry,
we want you to tell us. Do you enjoy spring and forward? Vote on our website, foxbaltimore.com/vote. When you get to the website, make sure you click on the lifestyle tab. You can also vote on our Fox 45 News app. At the end of the show, we'll see what everybody thinks. Now, many things that can turn you day from a good day to a bad day, but there's one thing women are probably thinking about called ma'am. Historically, female youth connect all this kind of attributes, beauty, fertility, and marriageability, to being young. Now, if these attributes represent a subjective peak of femininity, the older woman is less compelling when you say ma'am. So I guess what we're trying to ask the question of, Lady T, when you hear ma'am, you shouldn't hear ma'am at your age, but when you hear ma'am, does it make you feel old?
Yes, it does make me feel old. I hate it. I hate being called ma'am. There's nothing cute, sexy, or anything about it. I can't deal with it. I don't know. It makes me feel old, and I'm not old. You know what I mean? Like, well, maybe I am. I don't know, because I'm over 30. But I want us to stop using that. Wait till I get wrinkles, and wait till I
Lady
start walking
T,
around.
Obviously, if somebody sees you and calls you ma'am, they're just being respectful. They don't mean old.
Yeah, it's out of respect.
Yes, they don't mean
old. I
old.
don't like being called auntie either. I don't like ma'am, auntie, none of it. I'm not ready for it yet. I haven't come to terms with it. That's
so me and Al don't have to worry about being called ma'am.
You don't know what to. Yeah, why do y'all call that? Call us that? It's not cute.
It's respect. Okay.
It's just respect. It's just okay. All right.
Both of you guys will be back later in the show. Still ahead, some of the well-rounded food favorites you can try right here in Baltimore, and stretching your dollars at the top of the mind for many these days. Next, a new way to help you stretch with America Steals and Deals.
You're watching Be More Lifestyle.
Are you one of the millions of people who live their lives on the phone? Then you know what a hassle is when you don't have a charge. It's the worst. Nick Calderon is here with America Steals and Deals to tell us a way to keep your phone charged.
The following segment is sponsored by Noki.
Are you a scroller, gamer, texter, always on your phoner? Yeah, me too. Look, our phones are indispensable in our daily lives. And when that dead battery warning starts flashing, I start getting nervous. I don't want to be out of touch with my family and friends, and you don't either. So let me show you the Rush Charge Comet. What makes this little phone charger a real lifesaver is you don't need any cables. See, it's got the Lightning, Type-C, and micro USB adapter built in. No more fumbling for wires. No matter the type of phone or device you've got in your pocket, keeping a Rush Charge Comet in the other pocket will keep you from getting that dead battery panic. The pass-through technology lets you charge the phone and the Rush Charge at the same time. Cool feature. I took this with me on a recent flight, and I didn't worry about how many movies I watched on the flight because I had this in my pocket. Peace of mind. It's the best way to keep your friends and family connected. They come in 5 fun colors, so there's one for everyone. Right now, we're offering 25% off the Rush Charge Comet. Head to asadeals.com for this exclusive offer.
This Be More Lifestyle segment is sponsored by La Boca Tequila.
With the Avenue Kitchen and Bar with Chef Adiel Vera. And so, Chef, welcome. How are you?
Hi, I'm doing great. How you doing?
Good to see you. So, man, what is the secret to your success here at the Avenue?
Well, you know, we're very fortunate enough to have a lot of, a variety of clientele come in for us. You know, our secret to Avenue Kitchen and Bar is basically making very simple home-style cooking. We try to venture into different regions and different countries, but we also want to keep it very American, traditional. We want to keep it very Baltimore, and with a little bit of a Spanish flair, Mediterranean flaires with it too.
I mean, I can't wait to see it. Do you have some dishes you want to show us?
Yes, we actually, because we're promoting our lovely tequila here. We actually have some something to accompany with it. We have some really nice brisket tacos that we make here with our crispy corn tortillas. That we actually get the brisket. We cook it here for 7 hours. We have a smoker here in the back, and then all the drippings, it accumulates a nice grease from the brisket, and we actually use that as our oil to crisp up the tortillas. We also top it up with our house-made pico de gallo and a little bit of habanero salsa with some limes on there. Really nice.
Man, the way you describe it makes it sound so delicious.
You know, we try to work our best here with simple flavors, but also, you know, bold impacts at the same time.
I love it. What else do you have?
We also accompany with our nice edamame guacamole. It's a really nice guacamole. The difference with this is actually avocado and edamame are 2 superfoods, and we like to combine them together to give whoever likes to do a yoga or you know, likes to work out a lot and very health conscious. This actually is like a little cheat treat, which is going to give you a lot of you know, energy for the day with the edamame and the avocado together built in. And it's all made fresh here in-house with a little bit of fresh squeezed lime juice.
Man, that sounds amazing.
Thank you, yes.
So, Chef, thanks so much for this great information, man.
Thank you so much for having us, and we look forward to seeing you here at our establishment soon.
Oh, you know, I'll be here.
Thank you so much. Take care.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Hamden is home to the most eclectic people in Baltimore, and the Avenue Kitchen and Bar is no exception. Thanks to La Boca Tequila, we're here to talk about that and more with the owners of La Boca, Eric and Nakim, in the building. What's going on, fellas?
Hey, man, it's a pleasure to have you, man. Thank you so much.
Man, let me tell you something. Your tequila looks amazing.
Oh, it is.
Can you tell us about what makes it so amazing?
Well, what makes it so amazing is how it's made and honestly how smooth it is, right? So it's no gritness, no bite to it. It's so smooth and pure. You know, made from 100% agave plants.
I love it. How long have you guys been doing this?
Since 2020, so going on 3 years now.
And so this flight, I see a variety with this flight. Can you tell us what these different drinks are?
Okay, so now here first we have the strawberry tequila which is infused with local strawberries. We have the reposado, which is aged for 5 months, so that's why it's so smooth. It's the smoothest tequila on the market. Here we're going to pour our raspberry tequila, which is made with local raspberries as well, and we have our Blanco, 100% agave.
So where can we go to get more information on this?
So of course, you know, you can get it right here in the Avenue Market, but if you want more information, you can go on drinklaboca.com. You see everything on the website, all the locations that's available. You know, it's right here at Kreller's, down at the corner, in Towson, Fell Point, Federal Hill, and many more locations, you know. But of course, online is the best bet to get it to you next day delivery. So it's one of the best options. Yeah.
Well, guys, thanks so much for your time. Thanks for that great information. The Avenue Kitchen and Bar and La Boca Tequila, a great combination. You struggle with managing your cash? Coming up, a Maryland nonprofit that can help you boost your financial fitness. And next, the crime crisis isn't only happening here in Baltimore, but across the world. We'll talk to a security expert about how to stay safe.
This is Be More Lifestyle.
There's been an increase in crime, home invasion, sex trafficking, assault on women and the elderly. Our next guest has developed a platform to travel the country and teach people how not to be a victim and defend themselves. Alrad Harrison, a.k.a. the Black Shark, joins us now. Alrad, welcome to the show. How are you?
I'm great. Thank you for having me.
Definitely. So tell us, what is victimless citizen lifestyle?
Basically, it's people taking control of their daily life and the way they move in the environments that they encounter. We can't control people. We can't control situations, but we are in control of ourselves. So based on how you move, how you travel, how you go to your car in the morning, from work in the evening, leaving the store, the mall, paying attention to what's going on around you, makes a difference in you becoming a victim or not being a victim.
And so how do we start that process of living that lifestyle? You mentioned a couple scenarios. Can you give us some tips how to, like you say, almost like being more aware?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, now we live in the technology today with the phone. That's what people's faces in all the time. So you're not paying attention for the most part of things going around you. And specifically when it comes to our women and our young women, they'll leave the house. They're on the phone, going to the car. They're not paying attention to if there's any danger around them or a weird person or strange person in that area, and they're distracted. So that distraction is what gives the opportunity to the person that may be a predator. You know, so a lot of times you can avoid situations by acknowledging and letting people know that you are aware of their presence. That changes a person's mind versus you looking like a victim. You know, it's almost like being an animal in the wild. If you look at the Discovery Channel or one of the channels when it's dealing with wild animals, when the predator sees that the animal's weak, it just intensifies their attack.
Wow. And
that's what you want to avoid.
And so, you know, it's so interesting you say that. My youngest daughter is very aware, right? And so on one hand, I love that fact, but also, Al, it kind of creates kind of a thing that makes me feel like, wow, I need to get her some training because she's very aware. She, like I say, she doesn't play that. When she goes to her car, she makes sure nobody's around it. She makes sure, you know, nobody's close by, nobody's watching her. She's got her head on a swivel. But I guess the next step, though, is to get the kind of training that they need, right? And you do that.
Yes, absolutely. The We Got Us tour, I designed it to basically empower us in our communities across the country. Go in and teach people what it is to have EDC, which is an acronym for everyday carry. Now that's lethal, non-lethal, depending on the state that you're in and the laws that they have, what you can and cannot do. But you want to be prepared for those types of things. So you have to make that a part of your daily lifestyle. Another component of that is physical training, nutrition as well. You can't ward off a threat if you're too weak to do so. You don't have to be a power lifter or anything like that, but you have to create that lifestyle, you know, in order for you to be successful and not be that.
Well, Al, we're running out of time. We have to get you back. How can people follow you?
You can go to www.victimlesscitizen.com or on social media at Victimless Citizens or Real Black Shark Bars on Instagram.
Awesome. We'll have to have you back. Thanks so much, my friend.
Absolutely. Thank you.
It's rainy and brisk here at home, but the sunshine is shining in other parts of the country. Here's meteorologist Justin Chambers with your best weather in America. Justin.
Gorgeous sunrise here from Florida. Always nice to see some dogs hanging out there on the beach and that sun that is rising over the Atlantic. Those crepuscular rays looking very nice for this morning. We love to see your pictures, too. You can always post those on our Chime In section of our website, no matter what you're seeing. And today, probably not the best day to take pics, only because it's going to be pretty cloudy and chilly overall. Even a few afternoon showers that will be with us throughout the day. And then very windy conditions for us on Tuesday. So notice over the next couple of hours, our numbers don't really do much. They're going to kind of stay steady in those mid-40s, possibly getting to about 46 into the 2 and 3 o'clock hour this afternoon, when we typically are in the lower 50s for this time of year. And notice those numbers across Carroll and Baltimore counties, mainly in the low to mid-40s for your afternoon highs. Numbers in Howard and Anne Arundel counties, not much better. Mid-40s for Columbia and Elkridge, over to Odenton at 45, 44 Severna Park down through Annapolis as well. And up and down the East Coast, we're going to keep those temps in that below average category. area. D.C. at 47 today, even down the ocean, only at the mid-40s for Ocean City. Now, checking our temperature tracker, we do see some improving numbers. Wednesday, we're back to the lower 50s. And notice Thursday and Friday, we're going to slide above average, and that's right as we head into St. Patrick's Day weekend. Our future scan showing a couple of light showers around Monday afternoon into the evening time. The nor'easter, that's going to bring a lot of wind and snow to folks to the north and east of us. We'll be on the southern end of that for tomorrow afternoon, so we're not tracking snow per se, but we are going to see that wind that is really going to pick up, especially on Tuesday afternoon. And let me show you some of those wind speeds we're talking about. Not much wind on Monday, but Tuesday afternoon, a different story. A strong westerly and northwesterly wind. You can see some 20, 30, and even 40-mile-an-hour wind gusts that will be with us for Tuesday afternoon into the evening time. So if it's trash night for you on Tuesday, got to try to hold down those trash cans somehow, maybe a brick on the top or something like that, because we definitely will see that wind rolling through. Lower 50s Wednesday, and as I mentioned, some nicer conditions as we head into Thursday and Friday to wrap up the final weekend of winter.
This Be More Lifestyle segment is sponsored by Cash Campaign of Maryland.
I'm here with Sarah Johnson from the Cash Campaign of Maryland and Tracy Horn from Wells Fargo, here to tell us about how our viewers can boost their financial fitness. Ladies, welcome to the show. How are you?
Great. Good to be here. Doing well. Thank you.
Awesome. So, Sarah, what is the Cash Campaign of Maryland and who do you serve?
The Cash Campaign of Maryland is a nonprofit organization, and the cash in our name actually stands for Creating Assets, Savings, and Hope. And we serve all of Maryland, but we really are known for our free tax preparation, financial education, and financial coaching, and Money Power Day, which is happening on March 18th.
Well, I was going to ask you that. Tell us about Money Power Day.
Yeah, Money Power Day is a free event, and again, it's happening on March 18th at Poly Western High School campus. That's 1400 West Cold Spring Lane, and this is open to everyone who wants to come. It's everything you can ever imagine under the sun, all about your finances. So we want to make sure everyone knows about the event and can come to Poly Western High School.
I love it. So, Tracy, tell us about what is the Credit Cafe, and why does Wells Fargo support it?
So the Credit Cafe is really great. It allows participants the opportunity to come and get their credit report for free, as well as their credit score. And even within that process, you have the opportunity to meet with someone one-on-one, so you can ask questions about credit in addition to any other financial information that you would need.
And boy, this question right here, why is credit important?
So credit is important because it really gives you that start as far as when it comes to that opportunity of making purchases. So you start small and you have it on credit, whether it be maybe you need gas or maybe you need groceries. But what you're thinking about is making sure you make your payments on time and making sure that when you're making those payments, whether you're making a monthly or on a payment cycle, again, I can't reiterate how important it is, making your payments on time. But that's just the first step. The first step is always being able to manage your money, being able to have a budget, and always know where you are, and always make sure you get support. So come to the Credit Cafe for additional information.
Okay, awesome. Now, one more time. Now, where is Money Power Day, and who should plan to go?
Everyone should plan to go. This is for everybody. We've got financial planners there. We've got workshops happening all day on how to grow your business. We've got all kinds of exhibitors that are set up, over 45 different exhibitors, not to mention all kinds of fun stuff for the kids. You can learn more by visiting bemorefreetaxes.org or to go to moneypowerday.org. And again, the event is March 18th from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. at Poly Western High School. All the information's on our website, which is moneypowerday.org.
Ladies, great information. Thanks for sharing with us today, okay?
Thank you.
Now, spring is only 1 week away, but it comes at a price of losing 1 hour of sleep. After the break, reactions to daylight savings time. Daylight savings time is here, but believe it or not, it doesn't have to wreak havoc on your sleep routine. You can face the time change head on by making a few simple adjustments to your routine. Reconsider your bedtime, shift your wake-up call, readjust your routine, and avoid naps. I don't know about that. And we wanted you to tell it, do you enjoy springing forward? Most of you are saying, it doesn't matter to me. Okay, well, hey, thanks for inviting us into your home. Make sure you follow Be More Lifestyle on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And guess what? We'll see you tomorrow.